What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Infamous Project. We are getting into the hot summer of Texas, so fans are going, doors are staying a little bit more closed, and we got to look into some AC units for this outfit because, yeah, we're going to see some Dubai-like temps here real soon. With that said, project that a couple of you guys have been asking about that's been sitting in the background here. 1993 teal Cobra, gray leather interior car, no sunroof. Gotta love a no sunroof car. They just look more complete and more solid, in my opinion. And if you look through the rear hatch glass here, you can see there's a lot of boxes, which means a lot of parts, a lot of modifications. This Cobra is not all original and factory to begin with, so it's not like we're going to be upsetting the purists, if you will. We got everything in here, from performance distributors to McLeod clutch to new flywheel. We got trick flow. Which trick flow heads do we have here? All the part numbers in there. I'm not sure what the CC is on them, but trick flow heads. I believe I don't know if it's trick flow intake or Holley intake, need to double check. We got a camshaft, so we're gonna be doing heads cam intake, Holley Terminator X. All of everything that we need is in all of these boxes. So car is from out of state, was shipped over. It's fairly clean. All right, the bolster's not too bad. Looks like maybe a little bit of a repair here was done once upon a time. Probably needs a little bit more of one there, but we got the original floor mats, and this car has 77,000 miles. Whether it's 77,000 or 177,000, you really sometimes just don't know this day and age. We can look at the wear on that clutch pedal. It doesn't look too bad. So wear on the steering wheel suggests a little bit otherwise. At the end of the day, it comes down to how well this car was taken care of. And quarter window molding's not bad, needs a little bit of work up in this top corner and here, but definitely seen a lot worse in the grand scheme of things. This car has seen a repaint, and that is evident by the tape line on the fenders here. Thankfully they left all the VIN tags in place, so it's all original panels on this car. You can see the horrible color match on this front bumper cover. So despite the car being repainted, I would say the bumper cover has been repainted again and does not match. So this car, we're gonna see. I gotta reach out to the owner today. I spoke with Red Dog about reshooting the entire car, just the outside, possibly underneath the hood, to get this all cleaned up, whether there's a hood insulator pad that goes back on here or not. And then the question will be, do we freshen up the engine bay and get it all one color? Do we leave the engine bay as is? Reality in this case is the engine bay, so let me get this compression tool out of the way here. All right, they got a lot of paint in all the right places by the time we got into the 90s on FoxBodies. It's not like the 80s cars where that single stage starts peeling and you start seeing the primer or the sealer on the underside. Kind of like this, which I'm actually quite surprised that the fenders have worn in these areas the way that they have. So this would be an opportunity to mask off the VIN stickers, get the fenders sprayed off the car properly, front bumper off the car. All right, the doors would probably stay, but all right, just get things looking a lot better than they are and make this a really nice driving and well-performing car with the mods that are in there. So with that said, the first thing that we want to do before going ahead and saying, oh, let's bolt some cams, yeah, we only got one cam here, push rod. So before we get into bolting heads, doing a cam swap and all that other good stuff, it's important to see what our baseline is and make sure that all the compression values line up. So I just finished doing a compression test on the motor. So based off the compression numbers, I think we're in a good shape here. Everything was within the 10-15% variance that you want to look for. If you wanted to bolt a big blower or something else on it, I'd probably say let's go ahead while you're that far involved and freshen up the motor. But there's no blower, no boost going on this. It's just going to be a naturally aspirated build. All right, you see the spark plugs. They are pretty oily looking, and that's because the valve covers are seeping a little bit down there. No big deal. Looks like somebody's obviously changed the valve covers. There's already headers on the car. So a few things have already been done. And the car used to have some issues on, right, its initial cold start. And of course found that this vacuum line for the fuel pressure regulator was broken. So, all right, the FPV was just kind of running wide open, doing the thing. And I'm actually curious when I look back here, and it looks like the heater core has never been done in this car. Probably an opportunity to do it if this motor comes out for paint. And that's another advantage. If he does want to opt and go for a full repaint, we'll just pull the motor, put it on a stand, and that'll be a really good opportunity to go over and get the heads, the cam, the intakes, probably do can gasket and freshen everything up accordingly. Much easier to do with the motor out of the car versus in. So if he does opt for that complete repaint, that's what's going to happen. So we're just going to pull this out, turn the car into a roller, pull all the trim off, pull the quarter windows out, and get this ready for, like I said, we'll call it like a mild resto. This isn't like a full restoration of the car. This is just going to be a really nice driving and performing 93 Teal Cobra. So that is the plan of attack. I'm not sure wheels and tires, if he's going to stay with the 16s or if he's going to want to upgrade to the 17-inch makers. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell, folks. Nice to have another Cobra in the shop, another teal one. As soon as this car pulled up, my buddy Lewis in Florida was like, what the hell? Where'd you get that car? You know, after just painting his and him getting his back together. So yeah, gonna be a cool little build. So stay tuned for this one. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an intro on what's going on here. And that's pretty much it. Going to jam spark plugs back in it and make sure that it's drivable for now so we can move things around until we're 100% committed. And we know that this motor needs to come out, because there's no point on making something, I guess, immobile, right, when you've got a lot of stuff in the shop. And that's probably a really good important point for you guys is don't break your shit or make your shit undrivable if you're not ready to do the steps that are required to get the car back on the road within a decent amount of time. Because you pull this apart now and, you know, we wait for, let's say, 3 weeks to a month before we can get it over to Red Dog for paint, it really doesn't make sense. We can do a lot of other preparatory items. With everything that we have, we can start looking at some harness stuff, rewrapping some of that holly, starting to, we can pull the dash out, do the heater core, do the evaporator core, do some of those things that need to happen, interior, you know, disassembly, to get things ready, or maybe pull some trim off. But, right, you guys want to be a little strategic on how you're going to tear your car down and apart when you're going through your build, right? Try and do it in a way where stuff isn't going to sit around, maybe get lost, maybe get damaged because it's sitting in the corner of your garage too long. There's a few little tips that I figure I'd throw in there for you guys. So stay tuned for the 93 Teal Cobra build. We'll see you here next time on the Infamous Project.